I just wanted to welcome everybody. Thank you for taking the time tonight to be with us. And I just wanted to introduce Dr. CJ, who I've known for about 20 years, something like that, right?
Yes.
And I think a lot of her, and I think she's got some great information for us tonight. So I just wanted to personally welcome her and introduce her. So there you go. It's all yours.
That's it?
That's it. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to put it on speaker view. Okay, so I am going to share my screen here in just a second, but I thought it would be really nice because I'm all about connection, is I wanted to be able to have you see me and just talk to you very briefly. I have lots of really amazing information to share with everybody tonight, and I have most of that information in a PowerPoint presentation. So I am Dr. CJ Benkert, and Jody and I are co-chiropractors. So we have that connection and that commonality, which is really amazing. And I have been practicing for 28 years. However, I no longer practice chiropractic. I have spent the last 6 years living my dream, basically. Living my passion, which is health, nutrition, getting people off of medication. So what I want to share with you tonight is kind of an accumulation, an assortment of, where my life has taken me to up until now, and what I've learned over the last 57 years. So even though I've been practicing for 28, I believe that everything that has brought me to where I am now is not just, 28 years of practice, but it's been, a lifelong experience. So without any further ado, because I want to make sure that I have lots of time to interact with everybody at the end and present all of the material, because basically what I have promised to you tonight is to discuss with you the 5 simple steps in order to transform your metabolism. All right, everybody ready?
Ready.
Awesome. So we have 35. This is so cool. 35 people. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. And let's see here. Awesome. Give me 1 second. Get that out of the way. Okay. All right. Jody, can you see my screen?
No.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Oh, I think it's loading. Now can you see my screen?
I cannot.
Really?
Will I see it the same as everybody else?
Why
don't we ask somebody else to type in the chat whether they see the screen?
Yes, please. Looks like, what do we got here? I can't see anyone. I can't see it. Oh, I can see it. I see it. Okay. All right, so everybody can see the screen? My little mug?
Can you release me from this so I can see the screen too?
Shall I release you?
Could you release me? And then I can just jump into the crowd and watch the show?
Yes. You're going to really test my abilities here, huh? All right, let's see here. Let me release Jody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Got it. I can see it.
You can see it now?
Yes.
Oh, do you still want me to release you, or do you want to stay on?
No, you could release me. I don't need to, because you're going to be talking the rest of the time, so I don't need to be here.
Okay, where are you?
If you can easily, otherwise I'll just turn my video off. It's fine.
More.
I can turn my video off, no worries.
No, I'm pretty sure I can do a let's stop video.
Yeah, I'll just stop my video and mute myself.
You sure?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Okay, How to transform your metabolism in 5 simple steps. That's me, Dr. CJ Benkert. Welcome. Thank you for being here tonight on this amazing, wonderful Wednesday night. Let's see, let me get this out of the way. Okay, so in the next 60 minutes, you are going to learn the root cause of poor health, weight gain, and dis-ease, and what you can do about it to slow it down, stop it altogether, and my favorite is reverse its harmful effects altogether. Bring this over a little bit. Okay, sound good? All right, so what I want to teach you is I want to teach you 5 crucial elements, or the 5 steps to resetting your metabolism. I want to show you how we have healthy miracles that we create every single day in my 2 clinics, and I have online virtual clients also. So this is my promise to you, that yes, your metabolism can be reset and transformed into a healthy, lean, fat-burning machine, no matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. As long as you're breathing, as long as you're putting up a mirror in front and there's fog on the mirror, your body can heal. And that's why I love what I do, because your body can always heal. And that's what I want to share with you tonight. All right, so if you stay until the end, I'm going to give you a little teaser. If you stay till the end, I have this really cool gift. I promise you, you'll think it's cool too, and you're going to love it. I love to give, so I do have a free gift for every single person on the call tonight. So if you stay till the end, you will have the opportunity to get that gift. Ooh, I wonder what it is.
Okay, CJ,
Yes.
there are people trying to get on. When I was on my phone, it just says waiting for event to start, and there's people posting comments that they're on their phone waiting for the event to start. So how about I just posted the room ID and password just so people can just come on. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, so hopefully that will help.
Should I wait a few minutes, or do you want me to keep going? I don't want people to miss out. It's already almost 10 to 7.
Yeah, but we also probably don't want to keep people waiting. Why don't you go ahead and I'll just see what I can do from here.
Okay.
Yeah. Something
Awesome.
about getting on with a phone that's not working. It didn't work for me either. So.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to keep going, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Okay, so this is what I ask of you. So I'm here tonight. I'm here of my own volition. I love teaching. It's not work for me. I'm so blessed to have found my passion. Thank you. So what I ask of you is that I've taken a lot of time, willingly so. And so what I ask of you, not for me, has nothing to do with me, for you. In order for you to get the most out of this information, wherever you are right now, if you can put yourself in a place where there's no distractions, I just would highly encourage you just to be present. Take a deep breath and just be here now. Just be present. Give yourself the gift of the information that I'm going to share with you, because I promise you the information that I have to share with you will absolutely change your life. I mean, that's what I'm about, is helping people transform their lives. So just stay present if you can. Find a place where there's no distractions, a closet, away from, your partner, your kids, the dogs. If you can, find yourself a place where you can just engage in this information and just give yourself the gift of the information. I encourage you to take notes. I'm absolutely going to interact with everybody at the end. I would love to hear your questions. Save your questions until the end. And I just ask that you have an open mind. Okay, so does this sound like you? First of all, I just want to start off right away. I do not do weight loss. Even though my program is great at helping people lose weight, my program is not a weight loss program. Resetting your metabolism will help you lose weight for sure. But this is not a weight loss program, but it works really good at that. So I look at encouraging and trying to attract people who want health, who are willing to make lifestyle changes, who don't have, you know, just a few pounds they want to lose, but they really want to make some permanent changes, and bottom line, just be healthy. So does this sound like you? Maybe you've been overweight, or maybe you just don't feel as good as you used to, and now you're ready for a change. Do you want to feel the energy and the vitality that we used to feel when we were in our 20s and 30s? Or you're just frustrated, feeling overwhelmed with how to lose the weight, keep it off, and get into the best health of your life? Do any of these things sound like you? Does this sound like you? You feel like you're doomed because of your genetics? And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in the talk. You're not doomed because of your genetics. Does this sound like you, that you really want health? You really don't want your health to decline any more than it already has, and you're worried that it's slipping away, and you don't feel like you have any control, and you don't know what to do to stop it. I mean, that's where most people are. They don't know what to do. That's why I love what I do, because this is my passion. I love nutrition and health and finding out what works. So I want to share that with you. So the truth is we've all been programmed by a society that, believe it or not, the United States is ranked last in overall health. Out of 38 industrialized nations, the United States is ranked last. So is that the person, or is that the entity to listen to in regards to being healthy? No, I don't think so. So we have a false sense of what health really is. We've basically been taught our entire life, depending on when you were born, you know, whether you were born in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, we were all taught, especially in the United States, that we're just going to treat drugs or treat symptoms, right, with drugs and surgery. That is the Western medical model. All right, so what I'm here to share with you is a little bit different. Healing your body from the inside out, that's the answer. But most people don't know what to do to turn on that healing power. That's what I'm going to share with you tonight, with the 5 simple steps to transforming your metabolism. All right, so once you master these steps, many of the symptoms that you've been developing will fade away, or just go away altogether. Once you've reset your metabolism and figured out the 5 ways to create health in your body, you won't be dependent on medications anymore, if that is something that's going on with you. Once you master these steps, not only will weight shed off of you effortlessly, that's just a side effect of getting your body healthy from the inside out. I want to teach you and equip you with the tools and the knowledge and the right mindset so that you can be healthy for life. Keep the weight off for life. A lean person is healthier than a person that is not lean. That's just the truth. It has nothing to do with, you know, body image or, you know, body shame. It's scientifically proven, clinically proven, that body fat percentage is directly related to your chance or likelihood of developing diabetes, cancer, heart disease, and strokes. So it's not just about how you look, that's important, but it's really about what's the health of your body inside. So more importantly, as I keep expanding upon, because I want you to know that, you know, it's not about weight loss, it's about to be healthy for life. All right, so know this, there's 5 simple steps that you need to master completely to transform your metabolism, no matter how old you are. And that's what I want to do right now, so I want to walk you through those 5 steps. All right, everybody ready? Hopefully we have most people on the call at this point, because really I'm just now kind of starting. Everything that I've done up until now has just been kind of like a prelude, so to speak. All right, so who am I? Who am I to share with you? Why would you listen to me? You don't know me, or most of you don't know me. I originally went to chiropractic school. However, my love and passion has always been nutrition, health, getting people off of medication, reversing diabetes, reversing weight loss resistance, reversing metabolic syndrome, autoimmune, all these diseases. So I'm a chiropractor, but I no longer practice chiropractic. I now do all health coaching, nutritional work, nutritional health transformations. I own Pura Vida Wellness. Pura Vida is pure life in Spanish, and it's a Costa Rican saying, and I have a strong affinity for Costa Rica, the people of Costa Rica, and the land of Costa Rica. I've spent a lot of time there, and that's why I just resonate with pure life in all aspects. I've helped thousands transform their health and their lives. I basically started presenting this program that I'm going to share with you tonight to my patients, my chiropractic patients, in 2014. So 6 years ago, I started teaching this program. And in the last 6 years, I've taken over 3,000 people through this program. So I've helped thousands of people transform their health and their lives. I specialize in helping my patients with cellular healing and detoxification. And I'm known for and have a really deep passion, and I'll share my story with you later, about reversing diabetes. I don't have diabetes, but I've lost 2 family members to diabetes, and it really has a lot to do with what drives me. And I am very passionate about living life to its fullest, as you could probably tell already. But it wasn't always this way. 2014, that was Dr. CJ on the left. I was miserable. It wasn't about the weight for me. It was about how I felt. My joints hurt. I was tired. I was depressed. I couldn't play basketball anymore. I couldn't work out anymore. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I started implementing the aspects of this program into my life, perfecting it, dialing it down. 2014, 40 days into the first round of my program, I dropped, I think, 20, 23 pounds. But more importantly, my metabolic age went from being 56 years old metabolically, I was 50 at the time, down to 35 years old metabolically. So I'll tell you why, and I'll teach you why, because you're probably going, well, that's not healthy. That's not healthy to lose, 20, 30, 40 pounds in 40 days. You're right. Most diets out there, it's not healthy. But this is not a diet. It's a health transformation cellular healing program. And I'm going to teach you and explain to you why it is healthy and why it's very easy to lose 20, 30, 40 pounds in 40 days. All right, so today, that's me. I'm 150 pounds. That's my high school weight. And I am now metabolically the age of a 20-year-old. So my insides, my cells, my energy level, my strength is that of a 20-year-old. So I have my life back. 2014, I remember thinking, if I'm going to live to be 100 years old, which has always been my goal, I remember in 2014 thinking, if this is how I'm going to feel for the next, not even like the next, 50 years, but the next 2 years, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here in 2 years. That's how bad I felt. So are you ready to learn how you can do this too? You can do this too. It's not just me. I'm not special. I don't have these special powers. Anybody that wants to change and makes that commitment and takes that action can do it too. All right, step 1. Here we go. Step 1 of the 5 steps is, first step is R. So it's R-E-S-E-T. We need to reset your metabolism. And the first step of resetting your metabolism is you have to get to the root cause. You have to find out, why do you not feel the way you want to feel? Why do you keep gaining weight? Why do your joints hurt? Why do you have headaches? Why do you have hot flashes? Why aren't you sleeping? Why can't you do what you used to do 10, 15, 20 years ago? It's because we haven't discovered the root cause. So what is the root cause? If you're unable to understand the cause of a problem, you can never solve it. And that's why most people on this call, you guys have been stuck, just like I was in 2014. I'd already been practicing chiropractic for 20 years. All of my postgraduate education was in nutrition, functional medicine, anti-aging, hormone balancing, but I was stuck. I was stuck too. So 6 years ago, I was stuck too. I had to get out of denial. I had to really take an honest look at where I was headed. I realized that I was headed in the wrong direction. My future looked very bleak, which I already described to all of you. And once I uncovered the root cause, though, of why I was struggling and why I was depressed and why I was so tired and why no matter what I did, food-wise, exercise-wise, my body wouldn't budge. Once I figured that out, the trajectory of my life completely changed. And that's where I am today because of what happened in 2014. So let me ask you this. How would you rate your health on a scale of 1 to 10? So 1 being basically ready to jump into that 6-foot hole, and 10 being I'm on top of the world, I feel like $1,000,000, I'm strong, I'm healthy, I'm not on any medications. How would you rate your health? I want you to write it down, and let's talk about it at the end. Where is your level of health right now? Because R is not just the root cause. Starting with R is, what is your present reality? If you don't take an honest look at where you really are right now, how are you going to change? How are you going to go anywhere different? Let's just sit back and take an honest look. How healthy am I really? Am I overweight? Am I on medications? Do you even know how you got here? Do you have a bunch of symptoms like I did 6 years ago? Hip pain, knee pain. I couldn't play basketball. I love being active. I love working out and exercising, wakeboarding, surfing. I could not do those things. I was just too tired and I was in too much pain. All right, so here's the truth. And this is why I love that I went to chiropractic school. I'm sure Jody will attest to this. Symptoms is the only way, signs and symptoms are the only way your body can talk to you and tell you that something's wrong. So symptoms, all diseases, whether it's lupus or cancer or multiple myeloma or diabetes or Alzheimer's, did you know that most diseases, other than about 5% that are genetic, are all caused by the same thing? It's dis-ease. The body's out of ease. The body's out of balance. But you don't know how to balance your body. What are the causes of dis-ease? This little blue circle right here? Yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a little dorky. I love cells. I knew I wanted to be a doctor when I was in high school, and I took cellular biology and learned about the cell and the mitochondria and the endoplasmic reticulum and the nucleus. And this is a cell, and the health of your body lies at a cellular level. So these are little channels where good stuff can go into the cell and bad stuff can come out. So these 4 things, believe it or not, are the root cause of all illness, other than, like I said, that 5% of genetic. Toxins. Are we not inundated right now, especially in the United States, with toxins, chemicals? We breathe them in, they're on our skin, the personal care products we use, the water that we shower in, the preservatives. I mean, shall I go on? Everybody knows that there's tons of crap in our environment. So number 1 is toxins. 2, bad fats, hydrogenated fats, trans fats. We've been lied to since 1950. We've been told that fat makes you fat. It's not true. Hydrogenated fats make you fat. Hydrogenated fats that are put into crackers and cookies and packaged processed food so that it won't spoil and it'll sit on a shelf so that they can make more money because their food doesn't spoil and you're going to eat crap. But healthy fats like olive oil and coconut oil and avocados, my favorite, macadamia nuts, tuna, salmon, those heal your body. So toxins, bad fats, sugar, especially processed high fructose corn syrup, is just so detrimental to the body. And then of course, stress, physical stress, mental stress, spiritual stress, psychological stress, right? Any type of stress starts wreaking havoc on the body and slowly chips away at your health and your energy and your vitality. All right, so what do we need to do? We need to fix the cell to get you well. Have you ever heard anybody talk about cellular healing? Probably not, unless you're like in the same circles that I'm in, training with the same doctors that I train with. You probably have not heard of cellular healing, cellular detoxification. But I'm telling you that that is the root cause. That's the deepest, is getting to the cell and getting those cells healthy and working properly again. So this is one of my clients, Michelle. She came to me 2 years ago, 2018, 234 pounds, but that's not why she came in. She came in because she was on over 8 different medications. You can see how she looks. What I was worried about with her was her heart, not how she looks necessarily, but she had a lot of trouble breathing. She shared with me on that first visit that she was in stage 3 kidney failure, full-blown diabetic, cholesterol medication, high blood pressure medication, heart medication, you name it. She was in her late 40s, early 50s when she first came in to see me. And she came in because she's got 2 girls that are in their 20s now, and she honestly was afraid that she wasn't going to be around to watch her girls grow up and them get married and have grandkids and all of that. So she was like ready. She's like, you tell me what to do. If this really works like you say it does, I will do whatever you say. This is what happened 40 days later. She has now lost over 89 pounds. She's still a member with me. She was off all of her medication within the first 40 days of our program. I have letters from her doctors that they wrote to her basically saying, all your labs are normal, kidney is functioning completely normal, you don't need to be on statins, you don't need to be on insulin, you don't need to be on metformin, glucophage, etc. And this happens all day long in my clinic. If you come in, whether you're a diabetic or you just want to be your best and you follow the program, your life's going to change. You're going to get your health back. You're going to get that energy back, that joy back. All right, step 2. So 2 out of 5. We're getting somewhere. All right. Step 2 is RESETE, eliminate the bad stuff. You got to get the bad stuff out. So that's the first thing we do is we get all the bad stuff out. We teach people what are healthy foods, what are unhealthy foods. And we start you with 40 days of no oils, no fats, healthy proteins that your body tells us it wants, and I'll explain that a little bit later, vegetables that your body says it wants and responds the best to, and fruits. We take everything else out. Oh, you can have coffee and tea. So we take all of the dead food out. So when you take out the bad stuff, this is my saying, I've coined this. When you take out the bad stuff and you give your body the good stuff, miracles occur. That's why I love what I do. We can beat up our body and treat our body so poorly with drinking and junk food and McDonald's and pizza for years. And 1 week into this program, your body starts to change and reward you. It doesn't hold any grudges against you for what you've been doing with yourself for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So that's what's so cool, is if you can just turn on that healing power, the body will start making changes very, very quickly. So even though it took 20, 30, 40, 50 years to get there, you can make changes extremely fast. All right, so what do you do if you want to have a beautiful garden? And I know a lot of people now with COVID, they're spending more time at home, they're doing more gardening. So if you had like an old garden from a few years ago, and there's a bunch of weeds in there, you know, and maybe some dead plants, and the soil wasn't so hot, would you just start putting these beautiful, amazing, organic, hopefully, seeds into that garden? No. What are you going to do first? You're going to clean everything out first. You're going to pull all the weeds out. So you got to clean out the bad stuff to make room for the good. Make sense? All right, so what's possible when you clear out the bad stuff and you create a blank canvas? This is what's possible. In the first 40 days of my program, your skin clears up, your thinking changes, you sleep better, your joint pain decreases, the energy gets better. You start to feel like your younger self. this, well, I'm not even gonna get into that. I'll tell you guys later. I was gonna say something about, never mind. Okay, so when you remove the toxins, the bad fats, the sugar, and the stress, now these beautiful little cells, did you know that your body is made up of 50 to 100 trillion cells? Do I have my cell here? Nope, I don't think I have it. So your body's made up of 50 to 100 trillion cells, and every cell in your body has approximately 20,000 receptors on it. Hormone receptors, which is indicated by the green, the blue, and the red. Those are receptors that allow good stuff to come in, that allow you to feel happy, like dopamine receptors, insulin receptors, leptin receptors, Leptin. Leptin is the hormone that tells your body to burn fat for fuel instead of sugar. Remember that, because that's a very important aspect of the program and why it works. All right, so this is a depiction of a cell. On the far right is a dehydrated raisin, very unhealthy, dehydrated, inflamed cell because of bad fats, toxins, sugar, and stress. And so what we want to do is we want to start healing the cell, taking out the bad stuff so that your body can start getting hydrated at a cellular level, right? So we want to go from this dehydrated, unhealthy, aging, inflamed cell to this beautiful, healthy, hydrated grape with all the hormone receptors now turned on, sensitive, communicating with thyroid hormone and leptin and dopamine and serotonin and all those amazing hormones that make us feel alive and joyous. That's what it's about, is getting that cell to change like that. So if you don't eliminate all the bad stuff, your cells don't eliminate either. So the cells are kind of like a little factory. So when you've got a bunch of stuff going on in the cell and things are getting broken down, everything in your body happens in the cell. You digest food in the cell. You detoxify in the cell. So if you're breaking down food, there's waste products. But if your cell's all dehydrated and shriveled up like a raisin, all those waste products, kind of like smoke in a factory, they just start accumulating in the cell. And then the cells get even sicker. So your quality of life continues to decline. Your quality of life is directly proportional to the health of your cells. So dis-ease and autoimmune will be inescapable. And now we're going to be turning genes on. So remember when we started off the talk and I said that you are not doomed by your genetics, by your family history? There's a brand new science out now. Most of you probably haven't heard of it. Maybe some of you have. About 10, 15 years ago, started hearing the term epigenetics, EPI genetics. We now know, scientifically proven, many studies, that even if you have a gene, let's say for breast cancer, your lifestyle choices determine whether that gene is turned on. In other words, whether that gene is expressed outwardly in your physical reality. So with your thoughts and your food choices and your lifestyle and how you move and how you breathe, your health mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, directly has an effect on whether those genes are turned on and they express themselves outwardly, or whether you keep those genes turned off. So the gene or the propensity towards, let's say, breast cancer is like the gun. But the trigger that allows the bullet to come out and actually hurt you, the trigger is your daily choices. How do you think? Are you negative all the time? Are you in fear? Or do you wake up every day and just go, oh my gosh, what a blessing. It's another great day. And I don't want to apologize. I mean, I'm not like Pollyanna, but I believe that so much of our life is dependent upon, our thoughts and how we view things. So you can control whether those genes get turned on or turned off. So here's an analogy that I've heard for years and years and years. What happens is, and this is where I was in 2014. It's like you put a frog. I know it's a cute little frog. So I'm sorry for you animal lovers, which I'm also one of. You put a frog in a pot of water. and you slowly turn the flame on, very, very slowly. And the water heats up ever so slowly, kind of like our lives. You know, we get into our 20s and 30s, and then, you know, we don't take very good care of ourselves, and we stop exercising, and, you know, we get lazy, and we eat more and more junk, and we start feeling not so good, but it happens so slowly that we just kind of feel like, oh, this is normal. It happens so slowly that you forget what it felt like when you were a teenager, 20s and 30s. So I personally know now how I felt when I was in my 20s and 30s, because that's how I feel now. But in 2014, I didn't remember. I was that little frog that we slowly turned the flame up, and then all of a sudden, slowly over time, the water's boiling, and the frog does not have the sense to jump out of the water, and the frog dies. And I think human nature is very similar. We live in denial. You know, we got our little blinders on, and most of us just don't want to take responsibility. Because if you agree that you have responsibility for what happens in your life, for your level of health, for the circumstances in your life, and I get it, you know, we don't have full control over all circumstances, but we do have full control on how we respond. But your present level of health, in my opinion, and me too in 2014, where I was in 2014, was a result of everything I had done and thought and eaten and moved and said up until that point. And where I am now in 2020, my present level of health is a result of what I've done in the last 6 years, completely transformed my health. And when I got my physical health in check, that's when everything else turned around for me, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Because if you don't have your health and you feel like crap and you don't have any energy and you're depressed and you have to take naps every day, how can you can't be happy. It's almost impossible. All right, so this is another client of mine. This is Dwayne, 88 years old. He actually taught at Orange Coast College. Most of you probably know Orange Coast College, because I'm assuming most of you are local people. He taught at Orange Coast College for 40 years. We met him at a senior health fair. We did his body composition analysis, and even though he was 88, he was 64 metabolically, but he was not happy with that. We talked to him about how we could help him get younger inside, teach him how to eat, give him more energy. He was all for it. He came in. The problem is that when he came in at 88 years old, he had so much brain fog and confusion that normally we just have one first visit where we kind of explain everything, and then, you know, you go off and then you come in every week and we support you. But he had to keep coming back for that first visit because he was so confused mentally. But after about 6 weeks, he finally, okay, I get it. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for breakfast, or I'm going to take these nutrients, or I'm going to eat like this. Okay, cool. And I watched this man that you see on your screen right now. I watched him come alive. He became so sharp in his thinking. His kids noticed a difference. It was like a completely different person because his body got cleaned out. His brain turned back on. So cool. Okay, step 3. RES. S is support. Support your unique biochemistry. We're all different. Everybody's bodies are different. We all need different foods. We all need different nutrients. So that's what we're going to do is when we differentiate, instead of just doing the same thing for every single person, that's where the path of progress lies, in differentiation, customization for each person's body. You know, your background, your ancestral background, you know, where your ancestors lived, you know, was it more European? Was it more, you know, Native American, you know, Central America? That has a lot to do with what are the best foods for you and what you respond to. So we take all of that into account. So unfortunately, you cannot expect to fill all of your unique needs at the grocery store alone. I mean, this is great. I always tell people, you know, shop on the outside of the store, right? With all the fresh food and the vegetables and the fruits, and organic's always better. Non-GMO is always better. But the truth is, in 1950, United States government ran a study and they looked at one bowl of spinach. You're not going to believe this. I've been telling this story since I first started practicing chiropractic. 1950, USDA ran a study and they looked at how many milligrams of iron were in one bowl of spinach. And then they redid the study in 1990. So 40 years later, guess how many bowls of spinach you had to eat in 1990 to get the same amount of iron that was in one bowl of spinach from 1950, just 40 years earlier. You're not going to believe it. I know I can't hear you, but I told this story many, many times, and most people are like 5, more 10, more 15, more than 15, yes, 18 bowls of spinach. 1990, that was 30 years ago. So what are we at now? 30 bowls of spinach? I don't know, but I do know that we're not putting the right nutrients back into the soil. We're not rotating our crops because unfortunately, in the United States especially, not so much in Europe, we are all about money. Big, large conglomerate corporations at the top basically running the United States, running politicians, because all they care about is profit. And the more of their food that you eat and the sicker you get and the more pharmaceutical drugs you end up on, the more money they make. So you can change that. You don't have to buy into that system. You don't have to support them. And that's what I love to teach people how to do. So I'm all about live God foods versus dead, processed, boxed, packaged foods. So we have been lied to, not just the government, but the powers to be, about what healthy food really is. The whole pyramid and the grains, and it's a bunch of baloney. It's not true. Okay, so when your unique biochemistry is supported, that's when your body begins to heal. We use technology that detects exactly what your cells tell us you need. Your body tells us. We ask your body 2,800 different questions using resonant frequency technology, galvanic skin resistance, which is the same technology that they use for the lie detector test. And I'll share what the name of that technology is in just a few minutes. So what we're able to do is we are able to figure out exactly what your body responds to, what your biological preference is, and what creates more problem and wreaks more havoc in your body. Would that be cool to know? Like what emotions are affecting your health? What organs that need to be supported? What are the best foods for you? Wouldn't you want to know that? That's what we do. When you do that, now you're healing the cells, the tissues, the organs, and you're allowing those things to repair themselves. So we customize your nutritional needs based on scientific biomarkers to know exactly what you need. So this is the technology. It's called Zyto. You can look it up, write it down on your notes if you're taking notes. I hope so. zyto.com. There's tons of videos. This is the founder, Dr. Von Cook. I don't know if you guys know this guy. He is the Iron Cowboy. And this was a few years back, but he actually did 50 full Ironmans each day. I'm sorry, he didn't do 50 a day. He did one full Ironman every day for 50 days in a row in 50 different states. And guess what technology he used to make sure that he wasn't hurting his body, that he was giving his body the nutrients and the foods and the repair that he needed to be able to do 50 Ironmans, full Ironmans in 50 days. The same technology that I use in my clinics. Or if you're a remote virtual client, which I have more and more of those now because of COVID, we do the testing in your home. We connect on this interface on the computer. We can do all the same testing that we do in the clinic. Pamela had worked for me for 5 years. She's actually back in the clinic right now. She's covering for one of my other health coaches. She was on Synthroid, which is a thyroid medication, for 26 years. She came in to see me when I first started the program in Lakewood, 2015, I believe. And I talked to her about what the program was. She had heard me on a radio commercial that I was doing at the time. And she's like, you know what, it sounds amazing. I definitely want to do it. But my husband just spent $6,000 on a personal trainer. and he'll kill me if I don't do that. So I'm going to go do that. And if I still need you afterwards, I will come back. So guess what? She came back. She came back after 6 months. And this is what we were able to do with her. Completely off all thyroid medication. She's been off of that medication now for 5 years. She's been working for me only because her health transformed. She's a grandma. She was completely retired when I met her. She kept calling me and begging me to come work for me because she wanted to share the change that she had experienced in her life with other people. So she is now staying at home most of the time, taking care of her elderly mother, but she does come in and cover for us and work periodically. So that's Pamela. All right, step 4, experiencing, so R-E-S-E, exponential healing. How do you experience exponential healing? Well, as I discussed earlier, your body is designed to heal and repair itself, but it just needs a little help to create the right environment to allow that healing to happen. So the problem is that toxins, which remember that's the #1 cause of dis-ease or illness, weight gain, diabetes, cancer, etc. Toxins are actually fat soluble, so they're attracted to your fat cells, and they're also attracted to the outside of the cell, which is a lipid, which is the same thing as fat bilayer. So it's 2 layers of fat. That's what makes up a cell membrane. So toxins, like a magnet, go to the cell membrane, wreaking havoc on the cell, creating the dehydration, the problem with the hormone receptors, and everything else that I discussed earlier. And then they also get stuck into the fat cells, and your body in its own wisdom knows that it will not let you lose weight or burn fat because it knows inherently that you are not healthy enough to deal with the toxins that are going to come out of that fat. So that's what my program addresses. It supports you nutritionally so that you get into fat burning, but very slowly. But we support you nutritionally so that we're supporting the detoxification pathways, which is primarily pooping it out, peeing it out, breathing it out, sweating it out. So we want to support the liver, the kidneys, the intestinal tract, right? So that when we support those detoxification pathways with the right foods and the right nutrients, your body's like, okay, I've got what I need. The liver can do its thing. I'm going to go ahead and allow this fat to be released. But right now, and that's where I was in 2014, your body's like, I don't care that you took all sugar and carbs out. I don't care that you're getting up every day and getting on your bike. I'm not going to let you lose that fat because you're not healthy enough to release the toxins that are found in that fat. So your body won't heal if it doesn't have a way to burn fat. If you're always eating sugar and carbs, which is the standard American diet, SAD, the SAD American diet, your body's going to use sugar and carbs, same thing, carbs break down into sugar. So your body's going to burn sugar and have a craving for sugar because your body can't burn fat because your body won't let it because it's not healthy enough. So what does your body give you an uncontrollable craving for? And it's not your fault? Sugar and carbs. That's why you have cravings for food that's not good for you. When you're a fat burner, which is the point of my entire program, it's what I do is I help you and guide your body and teach you over a 12-month coaching program how to burn fat for fuel. And that's what I've done with my body. And that's why I feel so good. When you're a fat burner, you'll burn fat for fuel and you won't have cravings for sugar and carbs. But when you can't burn fat for fuel because you're not healthy enough to do that, your body gives you a craving for the only thing you can use. And I was there, I get it. I remember in 2014, practicing chiropractic all day, talking to my patients about health and nutrition, and leaving my practice and having to go, and I'm being very open and vulnerable here, going to 7-Eleven and buying Abba Zaba bar or Snickers bar, a Coke Slurpee, and looking around, you know, gosh, I hope a patient doesn't see me, because my body was addicted to sugar. I had to have that fuel because your body has to have fuel to live, just like a car has to have gas to live. So when you're in fat burning, and I'm just keep saying that, fat burning, fat burning, fat burning, it's really what sets this apart from anything else you've seen. Autophagy, another favorite word of mine. So we talked about epigenetics. Autophagy has been around for about the same amount of time, 10, 15 years. Autophagy is self-eating. When you're burning fat for fuel, your body gets into a fasting mimicking state. You're still eating foods, but because you took all oils and fats out, your body thinks it's in a fast. And so now the body has all this time and all this space and all this energy to go in and eat up cancerous cells, clean up organelles in the cells that aren't working right, heal the mitochondria, which make energy, clear up your brain, get all that stuff out of your brain that's creating depression and anxiety. Our brain, did you know that your brain is your most sensitive organ to nutritional deficiencies? So if you're not burning fat, if you're not in autophagy, you cannot get toxins out of the body. All right, so what do you want? You want to be this amazing, lean, fat-burning machine, healthy, vivacious, energetic, sleeping well, enjoying your life, like this race car, using premium fuel, which is healthy fats and vegetables and healthy proteins, grass-fed beef, pasture-raised eggs, buying foods that support the environment, buying foods that allow you to make a difference on this planet. You want this planet to be better. I know we're in, crazy, crazy times right now, but we all have a responsibility to make this planet better. But guess what? Your only responsibility to make the planet better, you ready for this, is just for you to be your best you. You don't have to go to Africa and feed the starving children. I mean, you can, but if you would just work on you and be the best you, if everybody did that, we would make a huge change on this planet. And I believe that we are going to do that. That's just my belief. All right, so if you keep using the wrong fuel, so there's only two things you can use. What is it? You guys know, right? I've already talked about it. What are the two things that your body can use for fuel? So only two things: your mitochondria, which are the little energy cell, the energy factories in your cell. The only two things your mitochondria can use to make energy, to allow you to move and breathe and get up in the morning and walk your dog and go to the beach and go to work, is either fat or sugar. You're either a sugar burner stuck in fat storage, because sugar burners release insulin. Insulin is the top fat storage hormone, the top aging hormone, the top inflammatory hormone. The more time you spend in your life burning sugar for fuel, the younger you'll die, the sicker you'll be, the older you'll look, the worse you'll feel. The more time you spend in your life burning fat for fuel, the younger you'll look, the better you'll feel, the less inflammation you'll have, the more longevity you'll have. You're going to turn on anti-aging genes. You're going to turn on stem cell activity. You're going to turn on human growth hormone, which normally those levels, those hormones decline as you age. But if you know how to burn fat for fuel and eat the correct way and have diet variation and fast some parts of the day, and then other days do load days, and it's feast famine. Our ancestors would eat a lot of food when there was a lot of food around, and then when there wasn't any food around, they would use that stored fat to survive. But the problem is now in modern America, modern planet, we have food available to us all day long. We come out of the womb and we're just eating all the time. Our ancestors didn't do that. Our ancestors fasted for religious reasons, for physical reasons, just for regional reasons, wherever they were, wherever, the part of the world that they lived in. Sometimes there's more food depending on the seasons. So if you use sugar for fuel, you're going to have a slow metabolism. Your cells are going to be sick, inflamed, and dehydrated. All right, here's Mark. He is our client care specialist. He came in last September 2019, and he now in the last, he's gone through 3 40-day rounds of our program. He is now 204 pounds, so he's lost over 100 pounds. He's now off all of his medications. He was 324 pounds here. This next picture is him just after one round. He lost 50 pounds in one round. He's now just finishing up his third round, and he's now at his goal weight. So guys do lose a lot more weight because guys have the hormonal help to lose more weight, more muscle, etc. Estrogen is one of the top fat storage hormones. I already talked to you about insulin, estrogen. The other top fat storage hormone is cortisol. And that's the hormone that's released when you're stressed. So do something about that stress if you want to be healthy and lose weight. All right, step 5, we're almost there. Woohoo! So step 5 is RESET, committing to a transformation. I don't want to just give you a bunch of fish. That's what I used to do. I used to do this like really limited 40-day program, and I just throw you a bunch of fish and you'd lose the weight and feel like $1 million. But 40 days isn't enough to teach you how to eat right long term, how the changes that I'd like to teach you how to make them sustainable and fun, and be able to bake brownies and make cookies. I love cookies, but healthy cookies that you give to other people and they don't even know that they're healthy cookies. So I want to teach you how to fish. So this is why other programs don't work long term. The programs, they just perpetuate the problem in the first place. They perpetuate the idea of microwavable food, packaged food, processed food, and that's what contributes to the problem in the first place. They all have the same approach. Basically, everybody gets the same program. You are unique. I am unique. We all have different needs. So it's a flawed system. Most diets don't work because by the end, maybe you've lost a little bit of weight, but you've also lost muscle. Your water has gone down, and so you're older metabolically. You've slowed your metabolism down, right? We all know that intellectually, inherently. So when you slow your metabolism down, even though you've lost a little bit of weight, you're going to gain the weight right back, and that's why so many people end up gaining more weight back after these diets that don't support you nutritionally. Diets that only look at reducing calories in the food, not getting you into fat burning, not cleaning your cells out, not teaching you how to eat sensibly and sustainably for life. And they also don't address the root cause. And what's the root cause? You guys remember? What are the 4 reasons or causes of most all diseases or illnesses? Toxins, bad fats, sugar, and stress. So if you don't address those causes, you're not going to get into cellular healing, fat burning, and all that other amazing stuff that I already talked about. So there's other programs, diet and exercise, or you can do what Pamela did, just exercise and then maybe some more exercise. Or I've had some clients come in that have had the surgeries. They've lost weight in the beginning, but then they end up gaining the weight back. And when you do that surgery with the stomach, if anyone here on the call has had that done, it sets you up for lifelong nutritional deficiencies, but I can help you with that and teach you what to do. And you can still have really good results on this program, even if you've had that done. All right, so if you want to heal your body on a cellular level, get into fat burning, support your body nutritionally, lose weight, but gain cellular water. Remember the raisin and the grape, right? So when you lose 40 pounds on this program, you've dropped 60 pounds of body fat, woohoo, which means you've lost a bunch of inches, but you've gained 20 pounds of healthy water. So you lost 60 pounds of body fat, but you gained 20 pounds of water, so it's a 40-pound net change. That's why 40 pounds on this program looks almost double of what other programs are, because other programs, the water goes down. Your metabolism slows down. Everything about what I do in my clinics and how I help my clients, it's all about speeding up your metabolism. In other words, helping you have a younger, faster, leaner, healthier metabolism inside that breaks food down well, that brings in nutrition because we've changed the health of the cell. All right, so you don't have to do this alone. I've given you the 5 steps. I'm not pushy. I'm here to just share with you what I do. Jody asked me if I wanted to share, what I do with everybody, and I honestly hadn't even thought about doing anything like this for you guys. Because of COVID, I have done a lot more stuff online now, so I am pretty used to doing webinars like this, but I do them, like on Facebook groups and to our database and leads that we've met over the years. Didn't even think about doing something like this for the group. So, I mean, this was really cool, and I'm honored, to have your attention for this long. And I've given you some really important things to think about and things that you can start changing. And I have lots of people that have been following me on Facebook, and they've been able to make changes and lose weight without ever coming in and working with me. So you can do this alone, but you don't have to, but you can. So the thing is a lot of times, because we are social beings and humans are meant to connect, humans are meant to help each other. So a lot of times when we try to do stuff on our own, it leads to failure, frustration, slow improvements. You're feeling lost, overwhelmed. A lot of times you'll get onto a program and then you'll just quit too early. I know that I've experienced that many times throughout my lifetime. So I've learned the hard way, and I know that Dr. CJ needs a coach. I have several coaches that I work with. I am an athlete, so of course I understand the term of being coached, but now I have business coaches, I have health coaches. I know that I can't do it on my own. Even if I have the knowledge, I still need an accountability group to answer to, because human nature is we just let things go. All right, so the power of coaching is that you get to connect to an entire support system on a daily basis. We don't let you hide. We hold you accountable. We give you fast track results. There's no guessing or overwhelm. We tell you and work with you, and you have everything you need. We have this amazing journal, and you turn to day 1. It says what to do. You just check it off. You have a list of exactly what you're supposed to be eating and when. And every single one of my clients has my personal cell number. You can text me any questions or concerns that you have. You can set up coaching calls with me. We can either do your program remotely if you're not comfortable coming into the clinic, or if maybe you live in another state, even though I think most people on this call live in Southern California. But I have clients in other states that I've never met, because we can do everything remotely through Zoom, through coaching calls. My staff does phone calls once a week with our remote clients. So we don't let you hide. We fast track your results, and we give you step-by-step guidance so that you can change your habits and your health. So this is what I promised that I would teach you tonight. The 5 steps to transforming your metabolism, no matter how old you are. And hopefully you feel like I did that. And I hope that the information that I gave you was helpful. I also promised that I would show you how to heal your body from the inside out, that is the solution. That's the difference, is inside out healing. And that's why I love what I do. So today I promised to shed light on what was possible, and equip you with the right tools, the knowledge, and the mindset to help you not just keep the weight off, right? To me, it's not about that, but it's about being healthy and feeling good. And just like bottom line, being happy, enjoying your life. So in 2014, I was not happy, and I'll share with you why. So here's a recap of the 5 steps. RESET, root cause, eliminating all the bad stuff, support your body with the good stuff, nutrients, turning on exponential healing by getting you into fat burning. And that allows for us to create a transformation in your health and in your life. So now you have a defining moment. Now I get to share with you my why. And this is very difficult for me to share, but I've lost 2 people to diabetes. The last person I lost was my partner at the time. Her mother was diabetic, and and was not taking care of herself. And I didn't have this program at the time. And it had gotten so bad with her, she was on dialysis 3 times a week, and she started developing an infection in her left foot going up into her leg. We took her to Lakewood Regional Hospital, and we're in the room waiting for the doctor to come in, tell us, you know, what the prognosis is, what we need to do. And he walked in and he basically told us that in order for her to basically save her life, that they were going to have to cut her leg mid-thigh, amputate her leg basically mid-thigh. Well, her mom decided not to do that. She didn't feel like life was worth it to lose a leg like that, unfortunately. And I had the unfortunate experience of watching her take her last breath unnecessarily. She didn't have to go through that pain, but I can't really blame her per se, because most people just don't know. You know, we're lied to. We're told that diabetes is a permanent condition, that you're always going to be on the medication, that you'll never get off the medication. And I stand before you today and I tell you that that is absolute bullshit. Because I see type 2 diabetics reverse in my clinics every single day. So that's my why. If I can save just one person from going through that trauma, that suffering, if I can keep one person from losing their mom prematurely, then I know that I've done well. You know, Ralph Waldo Emerson said that to know that one life has breathed easier because you have lived, that is to be a success. So that's my mission. I'm here to help you breathe easier. And if I can do that through the information that I shared with you tonight, awesome. So I'm here to support you any way that I can. So I love being balanced. You know, this picture is just about the chakras, and, you know, I do a lot of grounding and yoga work. And I really work hard on keeping my mind, body, and spirit healthy. So where do you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What's your why? Why are you on this call? I mean, what was it about the description that piqued your interest? Are you ready to make a change? And maybe you're not, and you know what? That's okay. I'm here with no expectations whatsoever. I'm basically just planting seeds, and I'm sharing my gift with you, because the truth is that some will, some won't. Oh well, it's okay. So if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, if maybe I just helped you in one area, that's awesome. But when you have a powerful enough why, and maybe that why is you want to be healthy enough to be able to pick up your grandbabies and throw them up in the air and run around on the beach with them and hold hands with them and swim with them. Maybe that's your why. Or maybe like me 6 years ago, you want to be able to play basketball again. You want to be able to get through the day without taking a friggin' nap. I mean, give me a break. So when you have a powerful enough why, the how's easy. The how's easy. I can totally do the how with you. That's no problem. But you have to be willing to make a change. You have to take that step and make that decision. So you have an entire team supporting you. I have health coaches that have been training with me for years. We show you every single step to take, how to get lasting changes, how to have a total transformation in your life, not just your body and your physical being, but your spiritual being, your mental being, your emotional being. And we provide daily one-on-one support and accountability. And just real quickly, this is what you can expect. You're going to be eating real foods that you buy at the grocery store. You're not going to be hungry because you're in fat burning. We talk about exercise, but not in the beginning, because we want to focus on healing the body, detoxifying the body. No prepackaged foods, no drugs, no hormones. It's a completely 100% holistic, clean, concentrated foods and herbs and plant nutraceuticals. There's nothing in there. There's no synthetics. There's no stimulants. There's no hormones. It's not HCG. It's just good old fashioned healing. Cellular Healing. And you will lose, on average, 20 pounds every time you go through a 40-day round. So we get you in fat burning. It's customized. We have weekly support visits, either in person or on the phone. Advanced technology. You get to be part of our Pura Vida Wellness Tribe. It's a private Facebook group. I teach that tribe every single week, and we send you a recording of that video and or that MP3. So if you can't be on the live call, you still get all that information. I post meals and Facebook all the time. We have recipes. We have a very active group. So this is kind of what the first 40 days looks like. And there's a bunch of other stages that I don't have time to get into tonight, but I just want to show you how easy it is. You wake up, you take some minerals, you put some drops under your tongue. It's just plant nutraceuticals, amino acids, and just natural materials that basically help your body get into fat burning. You're not going to be eating breakfast because you're eating your fat for breakfast, but you can have coffee or tea, and you're not hungry because you're burning fat for fuel. When you're burning fat, you're getting extra energy from the fat. You're going to have meats or proteins, whether you're a vegetarian, with vegetables and fruit for lunch, lots of vegetables for snacking, another meal for dinner, lots of more vegetables, drops, some natural supplements. That's it. I mean, that's how easy it is. So let me ask you this, and we're just finishing up here. What do you think? I want you to be honest. Write it down, share it with me in the chat. What do you think a 12-month coaching program would be worth to have access to me, to have access to my health coaches, to have regular Zyto testing so that we can find out exactly what your body needs, unlimited coaching and support, being able to go through as many 40-day rounds as you need to? What do you think that would cost? Or what do you think that it would be worth? Do you know that a person who is overweight, which is about 7 out of 10 of us, spend $1,500 more a year because of declining health? Do you know that just one day in the hospital, even if you have insurance, could be a couple $1,000s? So what do you think it's worth, 12 months of coaching, transforming your life? I believe it's worth at least $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 for a year program. But the good news is I don't charge that much because most of us don't have that much to spend. So 2 years ago, I decided to do it for less. So we now do a 12-month coaching program to begin your metabolic reset program. If this feels right for you, it's $14.97 enrollment fee. The enrollment fee includes all of the testing and all of your nutrients. And we give you this really cool little new client kit with a water bottle and a little cooler and all these cool little extras that everybody needs to get started. And it's all part of that enrollment fee. So it's everything you need to get started with your first 40-day cleanse, your first 40-day fat burning, detoxification, cellular healing. And then it's $89 a month membership fee. And we ask for a minimum of a 12-month commitment. And as a member, you can now go through and do multiple 40-day rounds, whereas before, 2 years ago, my clients had to pay again. Now you don't pay again. You only pay that $14.97 up front, which pays for the first 40-day program, $89 a month. Now, the only other thing that you're going to pay for would be in a couple of months from now, when you're ready to go through another 40-day program, which most people need to go through at least 2 to 4 40-day rounds in the first 12 months, you're only going to pay for the nutrients. Average cost is about $300. We also have a wellness program that's included in the coaching, and we have many payment options available for the $14.97. So don't feel like you have to come up with all of that money all at once. So here's a quick overview, and then I'm so excited to share with you your gift. So this is what it is, $14.97 enrollment. We're going to do the Zyto scan. Remember what the Iron Cowboy used. We're going to do the Zyto scan, customize your program. You're going to leave with all these nutrients and these drops and these minerals and all these cool things. That's all part of that original fee. And you're going to do 40 days, and then you're going to take at least a 4-week break, as long as a break as you need. And then when you're ready, we're going to scan you again, and you're going to do another 40 days. So this line is kind of representative of lowering your metabolic age, lowering your body fat percentage. So you're going to drop your age, get younger and healthier, and then you're going to kind of stabilize for a while, and then you're going to drop again. And then every time you do a new round, depending on how healthy you want to be and how much change you feel like you need, and I'll help you with that. The only thing you ever pay for other than the $14.97 and the $89 a month for 12 months is the cost of the nutrients. And it's not $300 every single month. It's just $300 every time you do a 40-day round, and you'll need at least 2 to 4 of those in the first 12 months, and the first round's already covered. So I hope that makes sense. This is how you get started if you feel like this is right for you. If what I've said has made sense, let me get my glasses on, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this link in the chat. So if you want to get started, you can save your spot tonight by putting $100 down, and you're basically saying, yes, I'm ready, I want to make a change. And if you make that decision tonight, this is not the free gift, I have something else. If you do decide though that you want to work with us and go through the coaching program and change your health, change your life, what we're going to do is if you click on that link, which I'll put in the chat in just a second, I'm going to offer you the consultation for not just you, but a friend or your partner or your wife or your sister or your brother. So when you come in, when you click on that link and you put the $100 down, you're going to schedule your consultation. Bring somebody with you if you want, and I will do a consultation for them also at no charge. So we typically charge, if you go onto my website, it's $77 for the consult. It's a $99 value. So if you make this commitment tonight, pay the $100, we're going to do the consultation for you for free, and I'm going to do a consultation for whoever you want to bring in. And that gift is available until today's Wednesday. So that gift will be available until till midnight Friday, if that makes any sense. Here's my gift. See this? This is an essential oil chakra. Is it chalk or shock? Chakra bracelet. And it's made out of genuine stones. I've had this for years. I love this bracelet. I love it so much that I ended up purchasing a large quantity of these so that I could gift them to you, to people in my tribe. You can put essential oils on the actual lava rock to help change your emotions. And it's just really cool. And I'm giving this to you for free, just because you were on the call tonight. So I'm going to go into the chat box right now. And I'm going to put in the two links. The link if you want to get started with the coaching program. Oh, there's 35 people on still. Awesome. So I'm going to put in the link, the coaching program link to get started in the chat box. And let's see. Please be patient with me. Okay, chat. All right, and I'm going to chat with everybody, panelists and attendees. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, so I'm going to put in, let's put in the free gift first, HTTP. And then what I'm going to do is, as I'm putting this in, anybody, yes, Joy, anybody that raises their hand, just let me put these in first, and then I'm going to make you a panelist because I want to be able to see you and talk with you. And anybody that has questions, I want to bring you on as a panelist. So I guess I should have had somebody here to help me and to do this, which is what I normally do. And I apologize. If you guys could just be patient for a minute here. BIT dot. Can we ask questions? You can co-host it and help you. Yeah, let me just put in the link. And yes, we could definitely, I'll make you a panelist again. Or you can turn on your video and your audio again. Jody. So bit.ly/.
Okay. I can help you add things into the chat if you want. So.
Oh. Pura Vida Wellness Gift. Okay, so that is the link. Somebody try and click on it and see if that's the right link. That should be the link to receive your free Pura Vida Genuine Stone Chakra Bracelet. You want to try it, Jody? Make sure it works. LY Pura Vida Wellness Gift. Okay, now I'm going to put in the link if you want to put the $100 down and come in and do a consultation with me and get started on the coaching program. And
Okay.
that is...
And we're going to do Q&As also, so people should stick around for that, right?
Please, yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, so don't
Definitely.
Because I personally have a few questions also.
Sure. HCP.
Yeah, the link works.
Awesome. www.vitalife.life// Thanks for your patience, everybody. I appreciate it. Pura Vida Wellness. Almost done. Pura Vida Wellness dash checkout. Anybody want a job? Okay, https://www.vitalife. You want to here? I'll just go ahead and post it, and then tell me if that link works. And then we can answer, open it up for questions, and I can make anybody that wants to be live on the video a panelist. So does that second link work also? No, I didn't spell it right. It does not work. Oh my goodness. Okay, so
Here, let me get it.
so it's everything's right except I spelled wellness wrong.
Okay.
And it's all wrong.
Oh, okay.
It's let me just do it real quick.
Wellness equals checkout? Okay.
Yeah, it's not though. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Okay. Okay, Pura Vida. It's just, oh my goodness. Pura Vida dash wellness dash.
Someone just asked if we can post it on the meetup, so I can put a comment in the event, and we can also do a post on the Facebook, in the Facebook group.
Yes, afterwards we definitely can do all that. Okay, so I think this is right. vitalife.life/Pura Vida dash wellness dash checkout. Oh, and there's one more. All right, so let's try this one. Hopefully that works.
All right.
Does that one work?
Yes, it works.
Yes. Yay. Okay. All right. You want to ask questions first, Jody?
Sure, I can ask. I have a couple questions. First
Okay.
one, what if you don't want to lose weight?
Yeah. So you can still, I have other programs or many times, even if you don't have weight to lose, it's still good to go through the first 40 days because of all of the detoxification and cleansing that happens.
Right.
And then at the bare minimum, I've only had a couple people that didn't need to do the full 40. I mean, a lot of people are like, they think they don't have weight to lose, but when you actually do their body composition analysis, the body fat percentage is higher than you realize, the water's lower than you realize. So at bare minimum, we would do a 20-day program. It would be like a little mini program. And then we would just get into the more advanced work sooner, which is getting you into the wellness program, diet variation. So I have had a lot of people come in that aren't coming in to lose weight, but I still take them through the same procedures. We just don't stay in some of the stages as long, because obviously we don't want you losing too much weight, but it's all about cleansing and getting into that fasting mimicking and that autophagy state.
Okay, so it wouldn't be an unwanted side effect that I would lose 20 pounds when I don't want to.
I don't think you have 20 pounds to lose. Your body wouldn't let you lose 20 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm wondering if this is the same or different than the keto diet and how it varies.
So a lot of people ask that. So typical keto diet is high healthy fats, low carb. A lot of people think of keto as like lots of protein. This is not keto. So when we start our first 40 days, it's really, if you were to label it accurately, this is a fasting mimicking program in the beginning. The next stage is more keto, but I don't agree with high protein. I agree with mostly vegetables and high healthy fats and small amounts of proteins, and small amounts of carbs and fruit. And then the end goal is to teach you diet variation, and everybody's diet variation is different. So some people can do better with higher carbs, some people need to go really low carb, some people can do better with more protein, and a big portion of the program as we go through is you learning what your body responds the best to. So not only are you working one-on-one with us, we're teaching you how to really tune into how your body responds to different ways of eating, different ratios of macronutrients, etc. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Do you
else?
stop the screen share so that you can then fill up the screen?
Oh, yes. I apologize. Thank you.
Uh-huh. I've gotten pretty good at Zoom these days.
Stop the screen share. Yes. How's this different? Okay.
Okay.
All right. What else?
Anybody else got a question? I'm sure some of you have questions.
And I could just, if you have a question, I can make you a panelist if you want. And then we can see you and hear you. So you can just raise your hand in the chat, I guess.
There's another question that got typed. How do you do remote body testing?
So the Zyto equipment that I use, we're actually able to ship you a hand cradle. So it's an FDA approved galvanic skin resistance hand cradle. We ship that to you. It actually plugs into your computer. And we're able to log on to a remote site together. And I can do all the same testing that I would do with you in person through your computer, and it's through our computer at the same time. We do all the testing, and then we send you and ship you the entire next 40 days of nutrients and instructions based on what your body said it needed.
Well, that's super cool. I was not expecting that answer. That's really cool.
Oh, you weren't?
No, I thought it was going to be an energy transmission or something.
Oh, no. Yeah, we send you the cradle, and we do the test exactly like we would do it in the clinic.
Ah, great. Thanks, Ruth Ann. Thanks for joining us. Where's your office is a question.
Oh, okay. So I have two clinics. I have one in Costa Mesa at the end of the 55 freeway. It's in the same little shopping center as Visions and Dreams. And then I have another clinic in Lakewood, right across from the Lakewood Mall on Clark Street, next to the post office.
How about if I read you the questions? Would that make it easier for you?
That'd be awesome. Thanks.
Okay, I thought so. I forgot what you said about what happens after the year. Do you just eat the adjusted diet for the rest of your life, or do you still need supplements?
Well, I believe that everybody needs supplements. You cannot get what your body needs 100% by just eating food alone. So when you do the 12-month coaching program, the commitment's the 12 months, but after the 12 months, the membership changes from the 12-month commitment to just month to month. So it continues month to month unless you decide at the end of 12 months or at the end of 16 months that, okay, I've gotten what I need, I've learned what I need to learn. And then the goal is for me to be able to teach you long-term healthy eating so that when you are no longer a member, you've got it dialed down what you need. And then if you decide not to be a member, you're still a client. You can still come in and buy nutrients if you want to. We still support you, and it's just that you're not a member and you're not getting those those scans and all that testing done, that would be something that you would have to do separately if you decided not to be a member anymore.
Awesome. Okay, about how many tests are there?
So we do body composition analysis using bioimpedance, which gives us 15 biomarkers. Looking to see if I have. It uses bioimpedance. You stand barefooted and it sends a small current up through the body, and it tells us your weight, your body fat percentage, your muscle mass, your metabolic age, your cellular water, gives us all these numbers. That's the test that we do. Either you do it at home with equipment similar as to what we have in the office, or you come in and we do it in the office, and we use that to make sure that you're burning fat, that you're not burning muscle, that you're getting healthier and younger metabolically. So that's one test. It's part of the membership. And then the Zytoscan is the computerized analysis where we talk to your body through resonant frequency, completely different technology. And we redo that scan every time we change gears in the program. So I would say on average, we redo that Zytoscan at least every 2 months to check back in with your body and see what your body needs nutritionally, emotionally, essential oils, foods, organ support, etc. It's very robust and complete. I mean, just think about it, 2,800 questions. Toxins, pesticides, hormones. It asks all these questions so that we can customize the program for your body.
Okay, how about somebody asked, how is this different from the keto eating, the actual diet eating?
Completely different, because keto eating, as I stated earlier, is more lots of proteins, low carb. We do some of that as part of the different stages that we take you through, but you can't in keto. See, what happens is so many times as we get into our 40s and 50s, like where I was in 2014, if you try to do keto and your body's not healthy enough and you cannot support your detoxification pathways and you don't have the right antioxidants and nutrients, keto won't make a change. So it's different because for 40 days, we pull all oils and fats out, which would never be healthy to do on your own. You need to do that supervised with somebody that knows what they're doing. And you don't ever want to do it without doing that 2,800 biomarker scan so that we can customize the foods that your body responds the best to, the nutrients your body needs, essential oils, the emotional support. It's apples and oranges, really. It's hard,
Yeah.
it's hard to describe.
You know, as a chiropractor, I also focused a lot on nutrition as well and functional medicine. And I do want to reiterate something you said, that you do not want to dump toxins into your system if your system is not healthy enough to process them. You will get toxic. You'll get more toxic. You'll get sicker. You have to build up your system and be strong enough before you dump, because you have to be able to clear it out. So I think that's pretty impressive about this, that you mentioned that, because I know that to be true and it's really important.
It is, and that's why there's so many things out there, you know, these colon cleanses and, you know, gallbladder flushes, and, you know, with Google now, people are, you know, are just, oh, I'm going to research this, I'm going to do all this on my own. It's so dangerous to do those things if your body's not ready. And that's why I love this program, because it's slow, it's safe, your body only detoxifies as it's ready, and we're just giving you gentle, energetic messages. We're not forcing anything. We're not doing anything aggressive. It's just this beautiful, slow thing. And within the first week, people are just like, oh my gosh, my knees don't hurt. My brain turned back on. I'm sleeping better. It's just, you've turned on, you know, inner healing, which most detoxification programs don't do. They're just too aggressive.
Yeah, it's not focused on weight loss. It's focused on health and
Yes.
hydration and all those things.
Mm-hmm. Cellular hydration.
Yeah, and I also very much support and agree with you about needing to supplement nutrients. So you have to, you know, no matter how yummy and delicious this food looks, it doesn't mean that it has the content that you need. It just doesn't. So anyway, okay, so here's a couple other ones.
Okay.
Can you provide us a menu of what we need to eat? And if so, can you switch out the foods you don't like?
Yes. So you're going to have an entire list of maybe 20, 25 different proteins. You don't have to eat all of those proteins. We want you to try and find at least 4 that you can rotate through, but you don't have to eat all of those. Same with the vegetables and same with the fruits.
Okay.
And then later, different stages, we bring other foods in. So there's so many different aspects to it over 12 months. It's hard to cover everything, you know, just in a night like this. But there's other stages where you bring in and you test other triggers. You know, you test dairy and different types of nuts. You find out how your body responds to these different foods.
Okay. What is your clinic history on reversing osteoporosis?
You know, I would say I haven't really tracked that. I personally know that osteoporosis is typically a heavy mineral issue. So a lot of times when you have heavy metals in the body, the minerals are going to be competing and you're going to lose a lot of minerals because of heavy metals and just not eating properly. So it's nothing that I've really tested or looked at as far as being able to see, you know, like a bone density test before and after. I've really specialized primarily with metabolic syndrome and diabetes and thyroid, but mostly metabolic syndrome and diabetes.
Okay, awesome. And there's a couple more. How do you treat a person emotionally? I'm sure you're very nice to them.
Yes, and my staff's amazing too. I have health coaches that are amazing. So when we do your Zytoscan, it actually sends signals out testing different emotions. And this is getting a little bit in depth, but the Zyto allows us to embed energetically into liquid minerals and into liquid plant nutraceuticals, a customized liquid formula for your body, very similar to homeopathy. So when you put those minerals in your water and you're sipping those minerals, you're getting the different messages that your body said it needed to work on. So we have a detox formula that goes into your minerals, and we have a fat burning formula that goes into your fat burning drops, which are mostly, as I stated earlier, amino acids and plant nutraceuticals. So there's different things that'll show up on that Zytoscan with emotions, and there'll be like Australian Bach flowers and different herbal remedies that we embed the energetic equivalent to into those liquids, so that when you take those liquids, it's as if you were taking those same Bach remedies, but in a homeopathic format. And then the scan also will bring up any essential oils that have been shown to help with maybe sadness or grief or mistrust or jealousy. We know unequivocally that essential oils trigger the receptors in the brain the same way that antidepressants do. So they open up those serotonin gateways, but without the side effects. So for example, lime, when you breathe in lime, it elevates your mood. It changes the hormone receptors in the brain as an antidepressant would, but without that chemical side reaction. So we hit the emotions from different avenues, from the energetic messages that are embedded into the liquid formulas. The essential oils show up on the scan that you would just breathe in or diffuse in your room or in your home or while you're working. And then of course we love you. We love on you like crazy, and we support you. So that's gonna help emotionally also. Because it's all about forming a tribe and a connection. And we're here to help you. That's why we're here.
So somebody was asking about the essential oils for somebody that's allergic to strong smells.
Well, again, there's no part of the program that you really have to do. So if an oil shows up, and you don't have to do that, because we can just do the energetic equivalent to that oil, and it would not trigger any type of allergic response. So you don't have to use the oils. Some people aren't open to the emotional component, so they won't get the oils. But if you're open to it and an oil shows up that you like, maybe it's orange or lavender or tea tree, or maybe it's a blend, because we have our own branded oils and we also use some of the doTERRA oils. If it's a blend and you're good with it and it's something that, you know, smells good to you, then use it, because it'll help with the emotional component, but it's not critical or necessary to use those oils to get a good result with the program.
Okay, we got a couple more. You good with that?
Yeah, this is awesome.
Okay. I've tried some programs in the past and was loaded with supplements, which cost a lot of money. I felt as if I was taking supplements all day. I have a problem taking medication, so they went to waste. How many
Yeah.
supplements do you need to take in a day with your program? And then let me just read the next one. What if you're
Sure.
currently taking a lot of supplements? How does that play into your results?
So I like you to bring it, whatever you're taking in with you that first day. Normally what we do is whatever you're taking, we like to clear everything out. So for the first 40 days, it's all about healing, letting go, detoxification. It's not building up. It's supporting you, but very specific support for those first 40 days based on the Zyto scan. So to answer your question, we usually push everything aside, but I coach every single person individually, and it's a case-by-case basis. So there's a lot of nutrients that I like. So you show me what you're taking, and I'll say yes on that one, no on that one, yes, no, or all of those are good, or all of those I would not do. But then after the 40 days, you can go right back to whatever you were taking that was working for you. Now, when we do the Zyto scan, we only have about 2 or 3 organs that'll show up. So you're only going to be taking about 2 or 3 different nutrients. Each nutrient's a little bit different. One nutrient might be one in the morning, one at lunch. Maybe another nutrient is one at lunch, one at dinner. So average, you're taking maybe 2 or 3, and they're capsules, very small, and they're vegetarian capsules with concentrated food and herbs within the capsule. So no tablets, nothing heated. And you're just going to be taking maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, maybe 2 or 3 capsules in the afternoon, and maybe 2 or 3 in the evening. So you're not inundated with, bottles and bottles and bottles of supplements. It's 2 or 3. Now, me personally, for my ongoing health and what I work with people with, I probably personally have about 10 different nutrients that I take on a daily basis. And I'll share with you what I think would be good for you. And if it makes sense, great. But when you're going through the first 40, it's going to be 2 or 3. That's it.
Okay. Last one, I think. How do you do body composition at home?
So we have the ability to share with you some of the same equipment that we use in the office. But the equipment that we use in the office is super expensive because it's meant to be able to test multiple users, like unlimited users. But you can get very similar technology that has the same 15 biomarkers in the metabolic age, anywhere from $100, $200. And if you don't want that, you don't have to have that. You could just do like a $30 Weight Watchers scale, as long as it's a digital scale. And we can have a 0.2, because we want to be able to see decimal points to a 1/10 of a pound change, not just, a whole number. We want the whole number, point, and at least a 1/10 of a change.
Awesome. Okay, and somebody's asking, could you please give until tomorrow evening to have the special?
Yeah, it's actually the special. The link we can email to all of you guys. I think I sent an email to everybody earlier, just making sure that you had the Zoom link. If everyone got that, I can, the special where you get the complimentary consultation and you can bring somebody with you. People that bring someone with them that go through the program with someone else do so much better. So whether it's, a partner, a spouse, family member, a friend, so that gift, that special of giving you that complimentary consultation doesn't end until Friday at midnight.
Okay, awesome. So, also maybe people in the group, if you don't have anybody to do this with, maybe we can post in the Facebook group, or you guys can get together and be buddies and support each other through it. That would be cool too, right?
Yeah.
So I just had someone
totally
special to me say, if I sign up, will you be my extra person? I'm like, Heck yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's awesome. All right. Anybody? Gladys, I don't know if you had a question or not. You kind of, I responded to you because originally it seemed like you had one. Gladys is 83 and she's awfully spunky as is. I can't imagine if Gladys goes through this.
Oh,
What would happen to her, man? She's already got so much energy and spunk.
I've worked with a ton of people in their 80s. It's probably one of my favorite age groups because you'd be amazed at the changes and improvements that can be made in your 80s. Like I showed that one gentleman, Dwayne. I had another woman, her name was Amber. She was in her 80s and she came in and she was like 90 years old metabolically. And a year later, she was in her 20s metabolically. All of her weight came off. She was walking better. She threw her cane away. I mean, it was absolutely incredible and very fulfilling for me. I have a special place in my heart for the elderly for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But 80's not old, right? 80's young.
I'm thinking perhaps I don't know. I'll talk to you about this if you we can do a post in the secret Facebook group. Maybe give people a chance to watch it again or to tell their friends to watch it. So we can talk about that maybe just to give you some more exposure or whatever you want.
Yeah, we can do that. We do that sometimes. I have a marketing group that I work with, and they helped me with the links and some of the landing pages that we did for this particular webinar. Yeah. So most likely, we're going to send out a couple of emails to everybody that registered, just giving you the chance to do that offer if you wanted to. And then we're going to be offering, to join. I have a community Facebook page. It's not our private tribe group for clients only, but I have a community group that I started when COVID started called Puda Vida Wellness with Dr. CJ. And I post in there a lot and we do challenges in there. And I give a lot of free information in that group. So you'll be getting some emails here in the next few days, giving you the opportunity to join my Facebook group. Maybe you're not ready to take that leap and actually join the program. Maybe you want to just come in for a consultation instead. That'll be something we'll offer once this 48 hours is over. We'll offer that. And then maybe even that is too scary for you. So then I think beginning of next week, we'll offer, just like a 15-minute discovery call with me, just a complimentary call so that you can get on the phone with me, or if you want to do Zoom, we can do that too. And you'll just have me, undivided attention, and you can ask me whatever you want. I want to make sure that don't take the step and don't put the $100 down if you're not ready. And not everybody's ready. I just had a review today that I was looking at on my Google review, and it was a client of mine, and she basically said the program works. It's a quality program. You're going to get amazing support, but you have to be ready. If you're ready and you follow the program, it works. If you're not ready and you're just going to kind of half-ass it, it's not going to be productive for you. So some of you guys are ready, and some of you aren't. And maybe you'll never be ready, or maybe you'll be ready in 6 months. That's okay. I'm not going anywhere.
I think that says something about your integrity personally, that I think that's a great approach.
Thank you.
You can't make somebody do something.
No.
It'll be just, hard and challenging. It's like, when you're ready to dive in and you can do it enthusiastically, bam.
And you and I both know that there are business consultants, because I've been practicing for 28 years, that teach you to push people, that whole mental manipulation. And I don't agree with that. And I'm not okay with that. And I don't like it when people do that to me. So I just, believe the universe will bring the right people in, and the people that are like-minded and are ready. And I'm taken care of. I'm good. So as long as I'm just sharing my gift and being here to help people with nothing expecting in return, then everything just flows effortlessly into my life anyway. So I already know that to be true.
Totally awesome. There's one last question.
Yes.
Sorry, Michelle. It says you talked about cellular healing and detoxification regarding a stroke survivor with paralysis. Can their brain cells be healed and or regenerated?
So brain is tricky. It takes longer, but I do believe that somebody that's a stroke victim can improve. But it just takes a long time because nerve tissue takes so long to regenerate. But I think there's always hope. You know, I started off the talk with it, you know, if you're alive and breathing, there's hope. So in my mind, you know, anybody has a chance to be helped and improve, you know, with nutrition and, you know, eating different foods. So yes, somebody did ask a question in the chat and they said, where are you located? Is the $100 just for the consultation? So if you click on the link asking for all of your info and the $100, you're saying, yes, I want to do the program. Now, if you come in and you end up meeting with me, which you will, if you decide to move forward, and then after meeting with me, you just like, you know what, this isn't right, I'll refund you the $100. It's not about that. The $100 is for me to know that you're serious. So the $100 is you're saying, yes, I want to do the 12-month coaching program. And if you put the $100 down before Friday night, you will get the consultation at no charge, and you can bring someone else with you and they'll get their consultation at no charge. And we normally charge $77 per consultation. So that's what the $100 is for, is you're committing to the 12-month program. But like I said, if you come in and you're like, you know, I thought this was, I was thinking it was something else, this is not something that I want to do, okay, here's your $100 back, you know, no harm, no foul. That's never happened, but I give you my word right now on this recording that if that's where you're at the time, that I'm not going to hold you to the commitment.
Okay, so that was Chris. So I think that answered Chris's second question. She did say, can you give the overall, the all-in cost again?
So the overall all-in cost is it's $14.97 enrollment fee. So $1,497, and we have payment plans for that if you need to break it down. And then it's $89 a month for a minimum of 12 months. So whatever that works out to, I think it's $1,080 plus $14.97. So the whole year, if you want to look at the entire cost with the membership fee and the original enrollment fee, is about $2,500. And then you're gonna pay for those nutrients when you come back and do your second, third, or fourth round. The first round, the $14.97, covers all the nutrients.
So it's 1,068 is the 12 months.
Is that what it is, 1,068?
Yeah, plus 1,400, 2,468.
Okay.
For a year.
Yeah.
So that includes 40 days of supplements.
Yes.
Okay. And then after that, it's $300 for then every 40 day after that. And usually people do 2,
at least
3, or 4.
At least 2, typically up to 4. Like Mark, you know, he had over 100 pounds to lose. He did 3 rounds, but he lost a lot more weight as a gentleman. A female that needs to lose 100 pounds is probably going to be looking at about 4 rounds over a 12-month period. Do you have the price plans posted on your website? No.
No, but, oh, sorry.
That's okay.
You're asking me.
No, somebody asked that. No, but when you come in for the consultation, it's very clear. It's a coaching agreement. It spells out exactly what it is. So like if you look at that coaching agreement when you come in and you're not comfortable, well then it's not a good fit. So everything's laid out. There's nothing hidden. There's no, you know, miscommunication. I'm really clear with making sure that people understand, you know, what they're getting. And I honestly believe that this, you know, 12 months of daily support, doctor supervised, having unlimited access to me and my staff, unlimited testing, I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's worth at least $10,000. And there's lots of doctors doing programs, in my opinion, that aren't even close to the effectiveness of this program that charge $10,000 for a 6-month program. And I know Jody knows about some of those programs.
And did you say there's a daily support check-in?
There's daily support
through. That's pretty amazing, I think.
We have an automated texting coach that you have to text your weight to every single day, not have to. If you want to do well in the program, you're going to text your weight every day. It gives you automated coaching tips. You have access to me through text on a daily basis. So I get questions from my clients all day long on my phone, and I love it. And you're not bothering me. I want you to ask those questions. I want to be able to support you and help you. And then you have the ability to schedule coaching calls with me at any time. And then you can come into the clinic whenever you want. You know, you can come in every day if you want, but most people come in anywhere from once a week to every 2 weeks. And then my virtual clients, we usually do at least one connection a week, either by a Zoom or a phone call. So it's a lot of support. And I mean, this is how you need to think about it. You're basically, and I forgot to talk about this at the end, this is a gift for you. You know, you're spending this money for you. How often do we have like a transmission that goes out in our car or something that happens in our home, and we come up with, you know, 1,000, 15, 2,000, you know, 5,000, we come up with it somehow. How much more important is your body and your health? This is your health that you're talking about. And this is nothing to pay for what you're going to get. It's basically, you're looking at like a 12-month nutritional education from me, from my staff, and being able to really lock in and listen to your body and learn how to communicate with your body, so your body will tell you what it needs. I promise. Who can I call tomorrow? Somebody. We'll send you guys an email. You can call me tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe if you could give the number to schedule an appointment. That's what Chris would like to know the number. She said, do we call the office to make an appointment and learn more?
No, you click on that link. When you click on that link and you pay the $100, it'll take you to the scheduling. It'll take you to the scheduling website.
Okay, I'm gonna
put in here. I'm gonna put in my email. But you guys will get emails with the contact information in it either tonight or tomorrow. You'll probably get like 2 or 3. Because like I said, I have a marketing team that follows up when I do things like this. So that's my email. And then
I'm just posting the link again for everybody.
Okay. And then this is my personal cell that you're welcome to text or call me on. But if you click on the link, you can schedule. That's what the link is there for. It's to say, yes, I want to move forward. I'm going to put the $100 down to let you know that I'm serious. Once you put the $100 down, we're going to give you the opportunity to schedule your consultation. It's super easy. The calendar pops up. You just choose your location, your day. It takes, you know, minutes to schedule your appointment. Okay. And then you'll be scheduling your appointment with me. And I'll be meeting with you on that first visit.
Looks like from Fancy's comment, she signed up, and I know somebody else that signed up because I'm the guest. Signed up. Yeah.
Awesome. I met Fancy.
Yes, you did.
At the picnic.
Yeah. So you came to one picnic and got all connected in with the community.
Just one picnic.
I know, right? It packs our events pack a punch, right?
Fancy Poppy's doing much, much better now. She wasn't doing so good when I first brought her to the picnic. That's my little rescue dog. She's doing a lot better now. She's walking again. Awesome. Thank you. Great information. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Thanks, you guys, for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Do I have to wait for the equipment to be sent to me before I do the consult? No, if you want to do a remote program, we can do the consult first. You can still do the $100 down, when you go to schedule the appointment, it gives you the option of either scheduling in the clinic or scheduling remotely. And then if you schedule remotely, I'll send you the intake form, and you just fill it out electronically, and it comes to us automatically. And then we'll get on the phone and we'll go over everything. And then the cradle gets shipped out within just a couple of days, and then we can start doing all the testing. And then we'll ship you all of the nutrients and the journal and everything that you need.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much for your time. And
you're welcome.
Yeah, great addition. Let's connect after so we can figure out if we need to follow up on the Facebook group or what we want to do.
Awesome. So any more questions before we end the Zoom call for tonight? And thank you for your attention and being on so late.
Yep, you've got her number, you guys. So if you wanted to follow up,
You're welcome, Fancy.
yeah.
But don't worry, you guys. You'll be able to get a hold of me. We'll send you some emails, and Jody and I will figure out a way to send some stuff to the group if you
Okay,
want to
and
contact me.
you said, can we make payments? You already answered that, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes?
we definitely have. We have Care Credit, which is a financing where there's no interest that dentists use. I've had that in my office for years, and we also have payment plans available through the clinic.
There's no interest with Care Credit?
Nope.
Whoa. Wow.
When you use Care Credit, the doctor pays the interest.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
the patient.
cool.
I know. So you could break it up over 12 months. No, so it's even better really than a credit card
Right.
because there's no interest and you just pay Care Credit. And then I end up getting the entire amount minus the interest up front.
Right,
So
right.
it works out really good for everybody.
Wow.
Thanks both of you. Good night. Good night, Susan. I'd love to meet all of you in person someday. I'll come to more of the
Yeah.
groups.
You know, it's nice when you are speaking to the group to be able to see everybody, because then you're actually speaking to the group. It's quite a different experience, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And, you know, my marketing team kind of set it up as a webinar, and they basically, that's kind of how I've always done it with presentations like this, because when you don't, a lot of people come in and they haven't muted themselves, and it's like this constant interaction. But I hear you. I mean, because I do all my Zoom support calls for my tribe in a meeting. So I've got everybody there and we can talk back and forth, and
Right.
I do like that better. So I'll have to look into the pros and cons of the two. I hear what you're saying though.
Yeah. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I don't even know
All right,
everybody on
everybody.
this call, so thank you. Good to see
Peace
you,
and
Lisa.
blessings to everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jody.
Right. You're welcome. All right, you guys, have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Tomorrow night's game night, so hopefully we'll see you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.